Silicon Valley's prophecy, a world beyond the smartphone. The titans of technology are gazing beyond the familiar glow of the smartphone screen. Prominent leaders like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Sam Altman, and Bill Gates are actively discussing a future where these pocket-sized devices are no longer central to our digital lives. This isn't mere speculation about the next minor upgrade, it is a fundamental reimagining of how humans and technology will intertwine. They collectively sense that the smartphone, for all its revolutionary impact, may have approached the zenith of its form and function. The recent discussions in May 2025 have amplified this sentiment across Silicon Valley, sparking intense curiosity about what technological marvels might lie just over the horizon, ready to redefine our daily existence. This concerted push for a paradigm shift stems from a growing recognition of the smartphone's inherent limitations. While incredibly powerful, these devices often demand our undivided visual attention, tethering us to their screens and sometimes disconnecting us from our immediate physical surroundings. The visionaries steering the tech industry foresee a future where technology integrates more seamlessly and less obtrusively into the fabric of our lives. They are striving for interactions that feel more natural, perhaps even intuitive to the point of being subconscious. The current ubiquitous design, a flat rectangular pane of glass and metal, is increasingly viewed as an intermediary, a potential bottleneck, rather than the ultimate conduit for digital experience. The grand ambition is to transform technology into an effortless extension of human capability. The envisioned transition transcends simple hardware iterations or software updates. It points towards a profound alteration in the very essence of human-computer interaction. Imagine a reality where vital information flows into your awareness without the need to glance at a device, or where complex tasks are accomplished without a single touch or tap. This is the ambitious future that these innovators are diligently working to construct. It signifies a deliberate move away from devices clutched in our hands towards technologies that might be subtly embedded within our environment, worn on our bodies, or even interface directly with our biology. The societal and personal implications of such a transformation are undeniably vast, promising to reshape how we learn, work, communicate, and connect. Sam Altman, a highly influential figure in the artificial intelligence and technology sectors, firmly aligns with this forward-looking conviction. Although he has not, as of mid-2025, publicly championed a single specific technological successor to the smartphone, his authoritative voice joins the growing chorus predicting its eventual decline. Altman perceives that the established methods by which we access digital information and services are ripe for significant disruption and innovation. This shared perspective among such distinguished and powerful leaders is a clear indicator of a seismic shift underway. It suggests a strong current pulling the entire tech industry towards unexplored territories, focusing on novel ways to experience and interact with the digital world that surrounds us. The futurists' arsenal, brain implants, Arkansas spectacles, and digital skin. Elon Musk, known for his audacious ventures that push the boundaries of current technology, proposes a direct and revolutionary link to the human mind. His company, Neuralink, is at the forefront of developing sophisticated brain-computer interfaces, commonly referred to as BCIs. These incredibly small, implantable devices are designed to establish a direct communication pathway between the human brain and external computing machinery. Consider the possibility of controlling complex systems or communicating intricate thoughts using nothing more than focused intention, eliminating the need for keyboards, touchscreens, or even voice commands. Neuralink has already achieved significant milestones, including the reported implantation of these interfaces in human subjects, heralding a future where physical interaction with devices could become obsolete for many tasks. Mark Zuckerberg, the chief executive of Meta, is directing his company's formidable resources towards our sense of sight as the next major platform for digital interaction. He confidently predicts that augmented reality, or AR glasses, will evolve to become the primary computing device for many, potentially supplanting smartphones by the year 2030. These are not envisioned as the bulky, conspicuous headsets of early AR experiments, but rather as sleek, unobtrusive eyewear. Such glasses would elegantly overlay pertinent digital information, navigation cues, incoming messages, or interactive virtual objects, directly onto the user's natural field of vision. Meta's substantial investment in AR underscores a commitment to transcending the limitations of handheld screens, aiming to seamlessly blend digital content with our perception of the physical world. Bill Gates, a co-founder of Microsoft and a long-standing luminary in the technology landscape, is channeling his support towards a different yet equally innovative form of wearable technology. He is backing Chaotic Moon, a Texas-based development studio, in their creation of electronic tattoos. These are not merely aesthetic skin adornments, they are sophisticated, ultra-thin and flexible biocompatible circuits designed to be worn directly on the skin like a temporary tattoo. These tech tats would employ advanced nanosensors to continuously collect, analyze and transmit a variety of biological and environmental data. Potential applications range from comprehensive, real-time health monitoring and seamless, discrete communication to precise geolocation services, further blurring the lines between biology and digital technology. These varied and seemingly distinct technological pursuits, advanced brain-computer interfaces, immersive AR glasses and sophisticated electronic skin, are all animated by a shared, overarching ambition. Each initiative, in its unique way, seeks to challenge and ultimately move beyond the smartphone's current dominance by offering more deeply integrated, intuitive, and pervasive user experiences. Whether by establishing a direct link to our neural pathways, augmenting our visual perception of reality, or residing almost invisibly upon our skin, the fundamental objective remains remarkably consistent. The aim is to transform technology from a collection of separate, discrete objects into an intrinsic, almost indivisible part of our human experience or our immediate environment, signaling a profound evolution in personal technology. Apple's counterpoint: evolution, not revolution. In stark contrast to these pronouncements of radical technological upheaval, Apple's chief executive officer Tim Cook articulates a decidedly different vision for the future. Cook does not partake in the bold predictions forecasting the imminent obsolescence of the smartphone. Instead, Apple's strategic direction remains firmly rooted in the principles of meticulous refinement and thoughtful, incremental innovation. He and his company believe that the smartphone, with the iPhone as its flagship example, continues to serve as the indispensable central hub for the vast majority of people's digital activities and interactions. Consequently, Apple's primary focus is on consistently enhancing the features and usability of devices that users already know, trust and rely upon in their daily lives, favoring a path of steady evolution. This guiding philosophy is clearly manifested in Apple's most recent product introductions and updates. The newly unveiled iPhone 16, for instance, serves as a prime illustration of this deliberate approach. This latest iteration incorporates exceptionally advanced artificial intelligence capabilities, significantly boosting the device's intelligence, responsiveness, and personalization. Yet crucially, it conscientiously preserves the smartphone's well-established and widely accepted form factor. There are no drastic departures in the fundamental ways users interact with this core device. Apple appears confident in its strategy of substantially augmenting the existing user experience by integrating layers of sophisticated intelligence and expanded capabilities into a trusted and celebrated design, a formula that has cultivated immense brand loyalty over many years. Tim Cook has explicitly articulated Apple's ongoing commitment, stating that the company is dedicated to improving what people already use. From his perspective, the smartphone is not an aging relic on the verge of being superseded, but rather a dynamic and robust core platform. This platform, he believes, possesses ample potential for continuous enhancement and expansion of its capabilities and uses. For Apple, the future is not primarily about searching for a radical replacement for the iconic iPhone. Instead, it revolves around making the iPhone, and the rich ecosystem of services and accessories that surrounds it, even more integral and indispensable to users' lives worldwide. This viewpoint champions evolution over revolution, representing a significant divergence from some of Apple's more disruptive industry peers. This clear divergence in strategic thinking illuminates a fundamental schism within the broader Silicon Valley innovation landscape. On one side of this divide, visionary figures such as Musk and Zuckerberg passionately advocate for new technological paradigms, envisioning a future where technology is seamlessly embedded within the human body, or intricately woven into the fabric of our immediate surroundings, almost dissolving the concept of a distinct physical device. On the opposing side, Apple, under Tim Cook's leadership, concentrates its formidable resources on meticulously adapting and enhancing its existing, globally adopted platform. This is not merely a debate about the next generation of gadgets, it reflects deeply differing philosophies regarding the optimal path and pace for the evolution of human technology interaction itself. The dawning of a new interface redefining human technology interaction. The widespread adoption and integration of these emergent technologies, brain-computer interfaces, augmented reality systems, and electronic tattoos, would undoubtedly precipitate a profound transformation in the routines and rhythms of our everyday lives. Imagine a typical morning where your vital health statistics are effortlessly and continuously logged by an unobtrusive electronic tattoo as you awaken and begin your day. Picture yourself navigating the complexities of an unfamiliar city with intuitive directional cues appearing subtly within your AR glasses, negating the need to constantly consult a handheld phone. Consider the convenience of controlling your smart home environment or composing and sending messages through a simple, focused thought facilitated by advanced BCIs. These potential shifts represent more than mere conveniences. They herald a fundamental reordering of our interaction with information. Such a sweeping technological transformation would inevitably redefine the very nature of our engagement with technology. Interactions could become significantly more intuitive, almost evolving into a direct extension of our own senses, cognitive processes, and intentions. The concept of the digital divide might itself be reshaped, as access to these highly advanced, deeply integrated interfaces could become a new determinant of societal inclusion and participation. However, this profound level of integration also brings to the fore complex questions regarding human autonomy and agency. If technology becomes so seamlessly interwoven with our being, do we risk losing a critical sense of awareness or conscious control over its pervasive influence in our lives? The boundary between human and machine could become increasingly indistinct. This bold leap into new technological frontiers unavoidably introduces a host of complex societal, ethical, and practical considerations that demand careful attention. Concerns regarding personal privacy, which are already substantial in the age of smartphones, would likely be amplified exponentially with the advent of brain-implantable devices or the continuous biometric data harvesting enabled by electronic tattoos. Fundamental questions arise. Who will own and control the vast streams of data generated by our own bodies and thoughts? How can we robustly ensure the security of such intensely personal information and effectively prevent its misuse or unauthorized access? Guaranteeing equitable access to these potentially life-altering technologies will also be a critical societal challenge to address proactively. We find ourselves standing at a truly fascinating and pivotal juncture in the ongoing narrative of technological advancement, a moment vividly underscored by the forward-looking discussions that emerged in May 2025. The smartphone, a device that has so thoroughly defined and shaped the past 2 decades of human experience, may gradually begin to cede its position as the undisputed center of our digital universe. The audacious predictions articulated by influential tech leaders like Musk, Zuckerberg, and Gates sketch compelling visions of a future characterized by deeply integrated, almost imperceptible technology. In contrast, Tim Cook's Apple proposes a more measured, gradual evolution of existing paradigms. This divergence in strategic vision is far more than a simple corporate rivalry. It represents a profound societal debate about how humanity will choose to interface with the ever-expanding digital realm in the coming decades.